Is Lifeless, I mean, it seems like you guys attract chicks, that's what...
We attract chicks.
Yeah.
We attract chicks. We attract men. We attract animals, turtles, snakes, all sorts of reptiles. Our guitar player probably has more reptiles than what you could find out in that train yard out there. That's for sure.
Okay.
You know, Michael has a baby. You know, Jay has a dog. I have nothing. Ryan has nothing. But Kyle's got a turtle, 2 dogs, a girlfriend. Without we're lumping that in with pets or anything, but you know.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, but chicks. Chicks are cool.
So yeah, you seem pretty friendly with the chicks. The chicks seem pretty friendly with you.
I can get down with that, you know. Chicks are cool, you know.
Yeah.
Chicks that love hard music are cool. If you can get down with hard music, man or woman, I can get down with you. Maybe not in a sexual way with the men, but definitely in a brotherly way. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Married for 30 years, and I'm 28. So I've been married to you since before I was even conceived.
I'm older than you.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that?
You get married?
No.
Oh my God.
I would fucking
I've
kill
not
him.
even seen her naked yet.
I've seen you naked, unfortunately.
Well, you know, these things happen, you know. Get out of my way, man.
Told you not to say nothing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yo, please don't hurt me, please.
Why do you talk to me like that? Like I'm gonna hit you or something. I would never hit you.
She's a liar.
I think he's intimidated by you.
I am.
Yeah.
She definitely has no love for the world.
Yeah. That's good, man. Well, you're open and inclusive to all your fans, no matter who they are.
No matter who they are, that's for sure.
That's it. Open to all genders and sexes.
Genders, sexes, beliefs, creeds, walks of life, crews, clubs, brotherhoods, whatever. College kid, normal kid, kid that had nothing, kids that have everything. As long as this is the thing, as long as you're real and you are who you are and you don't try and pretend to be somebody that you're not, we would all accept you. You know what I mean? Because we got friends from all walks of life.
Yeah.
We really do. It's not like we hang out with a bunch of fucking hoodlums.
Yeah.
Some of them are hoodlums.
Sure.
Some of them are rich kids. Some of them are dead in the center.
Yeah.
Or all over the place.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, I'm a fan of Jersey hardcore going back to the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, one of the many reasons came this weekend was to see Town Concrete. I haven't seen
Hell
them
yeah.
in many, many years,
Yep.
you know. So I'm open for Mushroom Head, too, I believe.
Where? In
Montreal.
Ah, okay, I was gonna say.
It was one
Holy
of those,
shit. That was probably an awesome show.
I mean, it was one of those, I guess more mainstream tour packages
Yeah.
that they got themselves on because they were on Razor and Tie at that point. So they're getting better, ins and stuff. And I mean, they were amazing. They blew Mushroom Head off the stage, obviously.
Was the reaction crazier?
People were moshing.
But like they played tighter or?
Oh, I mean, they were amazing. They were very tight. That was the Renaissance era, right? So very tight. First time I ever heard Baptism live. These songs started coming out. The more smoother E-Town, right?
Yep.
The more fluid.
Like Pariah and all that. Well, was Pariah in 2002?
Pariah was after.
Yeah.
Pariah, they actually went a little more chug.
Yeah.
They went back to the chug a bit, right? And they had also there were softest songs ever.
Yeah.
On Made for War. So they could do anything, right?
Yeah. I mean, really, the band. Look at all the influences you could draw from that band. They're heavy. They got groove. They got fucking rapping, like hip hop influence. I mean, the band drew from everywhere. Now, and if someone explained to me E-Town Concrete before I ever heard of them, I'd be like, oh, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. But then you hear it and you're like, this is fucking awesome. Yeah. And it's like from their early demo songs all the way up to like their last couple of releases. I think it's consistent. I definitely see like there's a maturity and there's a growth, but they still keep the core and look, it's all good. I think it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now this will be my first time, honestly, seeing E-Town Concrete.
Wow.
Yeah, and we had E-Town Concrete in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, but I am from Delaware. So when I first started going to shows, the only way I got to shows was I went to the shows that the people who drove would drive me to. Then when I started driving, E-Town really didn't do that much and was playing like big arena shows, and I never really got a chance to see them. Like
Sure, yeah.
Just like I never saw Hatebreed in a hardcore show element.
Right.
But I finally got to see Hatebreed in a hardcore show element last night. That was fucking awesome. I've seen Hatebreed a bunch of times, but that was no barrier, No bullshit, no fight. You see Hatebreed at a big show, it doesn't matter if it's all bros or all hardcore kids or half and half. There's always tons of fights. There's always tons of bullshit.
Yeah.
People were getting clobbered last night. No bullshit. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was cool.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you guys, you know, your style really obviously reminds me of All Out War and Stigmata, stuff like that. Heavier stuff. You know, what kind of struggles have you gone through over the years to get to where you are today, and to, I guess, stay, you know, like
As a band?
or personally, like to basically, I guess, keep the anger you have, because obviously it's not forced, it's not fake, it's real. We all have struggles, so this.
We do. See, I have this weird thing where it's like, okay, I believe in a sense that everybody on this earth goes through a struggle. My struggle may not be the same as yours, but we all struggle. You know what I mean? Some people have it better than us, they still struggle. People have it way worse than us, and they struggle. Everybody has a struggle. Now, growing up, my immediate family was very cool. I had a good childhood. My external family members, they were drug addicts, alcoholics, blah, 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 blah. But I was never, honestly, I was too young. My parents, like, completely, like, stopped hanging out with them before I realized what was really going on. Like, but they would come over and, like, try and hang out with me, my cousins and my cousins, my grandparents or whatever. And they'd be like, you're not getting in the car with them, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't know why. You know what I mean? Then when I grew up and I saw what was going on around me and my family, and I saw what was going around me in the city, that's where I draw, like, my struggle from. I didn't have it hard. You know what I mean? I didn't grow up in the streets or nothing like that. I chose to go to hardcore shows and hang around people that hung in the streets, but I never was, like, forced there or anything like that. But I could always identify with those people more because they were the most loyal people. They were the most honest people. You know what I mean? Like, to me, people that came from the street identify with the values that I found within my own family.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of street kids in hardcore. My struggle always related to my friends around me, and then seeing them almost all of them fall off to drugs. It's so ridiculous to the point where it's like, now the thing now is dope. And everyone's fucking getting fucked up on dope. Everyone's dying on dope around our area. Everyone's disappearing. No one knows what happens to them. Your friends that you grew up with that were girls, they're prostitutes. Your friends that grew up with the guys, they're breaking into people's houses, their friends' houses, their parents' houses. And that was my struggle, was losing a lot of my friends to a lot of bullshit. And I never did drugs, I never drank. And this isn't like a straight edge thing. This is like I just don't get why people would ever walk down that path. I get experimentation, I get fucking weed, I get alcohol, I get all that. I don't get dope. Look at what it does to everyone around you. That's why a lot of our songs have drug-related shit in it. We are by far not a straight edge band. I'm the only straight edge kid in our band. But, you know, before I ever joined this band, they had a friend in another band that they were real close with, got a heroin addiction, killed himself. My drummer's fucking brothers had a drug problem for a while. They're all clean now, thank God. But that was ruining shit too. To the point where, like, you know, shit was like missing from the equipment room. You know, and like we would turn up in the pawn shop, you know, a week later. It was a shame. It was a shame, and that's our common struggle. I'd say each member in our band has a different struggle internally, like personally, but I would say that's our common struggle as like a band, and the fact that we all work pretty much dead-end jobs, and this is our only outlet, hardcore. You know what I mean? This is our only outlet, pretty much. Friends have come and gone. Girlfriends have come and gone. Interests have come and gone. I used to write graffiti a lot. I don't write graffiti anymore. That used to be a big part of my outlet. But hardcore has always, it sounds crazy, it sounds cliche, but hardcore has always been there for me. One of my main, like the main things I get excited for still, I'd say like pretty much 13 years later after I first started going to shows, one of the things that gets me most excited about my life is new music in general. When a new band comes around and I get to hear new music, or when I get to just go to a good show. That's what I look forward to. After this, we have a show like a month away. I'm going to be hyped from now until October 19th about that show. And that's what's going to keep me going through the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's always been there for me. That's what's really crazy is that you're giving back, we give back. The kids who pay money to just see a band, they're giving back. They may not think it, but they are. Promoters are giving back, you know, and a lot of people just take it for granted, I feel like, that it's always going to be there. I don't have to go to this show. I don't have to go to that show. I've seen this band 100 times. But the problem is like, you want to keep your scene going, you got to support it.
Yeah.
You got to go to the shows, and that's giving back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, if the scene gave you so much for fucking 3 or 4 years, or 10 years, or 20 years, as long as like overbearing responsibilities like family don't take over, if hardcore gave you good 20 years, good 10, 3, whatever, you should give that back. It shouldn't just disappear. To me, if it's a passion and if it's a thing that you're really down for, you wouldn't just disappear.
Agreed.
I get people who just come and go, and it's like, there's fads about everything. There's fads about sneakers, there's fads about fucking clothes you wear, there's fads about music, styles, whatever. Bands. I mean, there could be a fad of the minute band, you know what I mean? But like, the people who stick around, or the new kids who come and continue to stick around, that's what keeps it going.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all people that give back.
Yeah.
It's this constant circle of life.
Yeah.
Hardcore life, I guess you should say.
Yeah, sure. Well, that's what the thing needs to keep going, you know. And I mean, big fan of Mushmouth from back in the day.
Yeah.
And so like, I've watched the guys grow up into, you know, blue collar punk rockers with Wisdom and Chains, and that's, you know, it was so cool to see. And
No one likes Lifeless.
Oh man, see, we got another peanut gallery guy.
true story. Yeah, real fans.
Real fan.
Actually,
Another real fan testimony.
if it's negative, it's real fan.
Yeah. Also, someone who has no love for the world. See, this just living by our moniker. Thank you, sir.
Lots of fans.
Lots of fans, and they like to bust balls. That's their favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay. What's next for the band? New record, and that's it, and we'll call it a day.
Okay, I probably would say the craziest story. I'm gonna pick the chicken coop. Okay, because there's a couple of them, but I'm gonna pick the chicken coop because it was in a chicken coop. So we have friends from Double Dealer. They're from Southern Delaware, and they got us a show. And I don't really remember if it was in Southern Delaware or Maryland. I really don't remember, but it was literally a chicken coop that they. So we got a show down in this chicken coop, and it was with Double Dealer and this band Burdens. I can't remember who else played, but it was literally like a chicken coop on a farm that this dude would book shows at, and like it was a chicken coop that was refinished into a venue. Had a huge, gorgeous PA, awesome sound system, but it was tinier than that tent over there. It was tiny. So, you know, at that point in time, 3 of us didn't drink, but two of our band members did. They were drunk. We were all having fun. But it's like they had like a townie population that was at the show, and I guess they don't really get hardcore. So something I wasn't even really sure what was going on. I just saw something break out, and this little tiny squabble fight broke out. It was over, right? So we go outside, and someone says, "Yo, you were hitting the wrong person." And of course, our drunk guitar player, who felt like, "Oh, I hit the wrong person. Now he was wearing a blue shirt. I know he's wearing What does he do? He just turns around, goes in, and I still to this day don't even know if it was the right guy. But he sees a person in a blue shirt and just starts punching them. The whole place caves in on us. We fought back. We successfully, and somehow the promoter got pulled into it, who was just trying to break it up. And we ended up beating the promoter up and the people up, and we were fine. Not like this is like cool. I'm not like really proud that this has happened, but it's just crazy. So after the fact, the promoter was like psyched that this had happened in his venue, paid us, and like every time he sees us, he's like super psyched, like, "That was a fucking crazy show." Every time he sees us, he's like, "Man, you guys beat me up. That was fucking crazy. That was so cool." I was like, "Holy shit! All right, this guy's fucking cool. Whatever." So that's why, and the fact, you know, we've gotten into fights in many places, but the fact that it happened in a chicken coop in southern Delaware or Maryland in the middle of you literally had to drive down a dirt road to get to this place. And I was like, there's going to be 3 people at this show, and there's going to be a bunch of farm animals hanging around. There was like 120 people there. It was cool. It was fun. I really would have rather there not have been bullshit, but
Yeah.
sometimes you just can't prevent it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was cool that the promoter was like, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean, people just like being beaten up by awesome bands, you know?
Yeah. I don't get, see, you come to a hardcore show, and if you're getting fucking, you know you're going to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
You know that you're going to get kicked.
Yeah.
I don't get why people get angry at that fact. It's like to the point where it's like, maybe if they don't really understand and they're new to it, but I never really understood people getting, if I get punched in the face during a hardcore set, I love it.
Yeah.
Honestly. And if I hit someone in the face during a hardcore set, most of the time they're smiling and laughing about it and they love it. So that's what's cool. I'm glad because it used to be like if you hit the wrong person, everyone was gonna fight and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And recently, I'd say in the past like it's been a long time, 5 or 6 years, all that is like pretty much gone, and everyone beats the shit out of each other and has a good time. So that's what's really cool. I like that too. We got an album dropping in hopefully March of 2014. That's like the rough estimate. It might be a little bit before, it might be a little bit after. It's going to be 10 to 12 full songs, maybe a little interlude here, a little intro there, but it's all brand new shit. You're not going to hear shit that you've heard before. It's going back to our old roots of NLFTW, where it's like heavy, fast, and mean. Our EP had like a lot of groove on it. We're going back to fucking the roots, where it's like heavy, your head's gonna be banging, you're fucking be moving around, it's gonna be angry as ever, it's gonna talk about all the struggles we go through. Work, losing friends, fake people, drugs, all that shit. And that's the title of the album is Dream. And Dream is an acronym for Dope Ruins Everything Around Me. And especially really recently, that is like personally me, that's my main struggle, because it's always been a problem, but like now more than ever, it seems like there's more and more and more and more and more people getting fucked up, that are dying, that are overdosing, that are throwing away their families, their lives, their futures, everything for that. So a lot of it's going to be about that.
Well, that's real stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So hopefully people can learn from that.
Hell yeah.
And maybe, steer clear of, experimenting with that as much as possible.
Yeah, we had that one song, Sinking, it's a straight story from my real life that was about someone I really cared about that got into a drug addiction, that kind of stumbled into it, wasn't like experimenting with anything, like got prescribed medicine, took it the way they were supposed to, got addicted to it by the prescription, got sick getting off of it, bought a bunch of pills, that pill illegally, those pills turned to dope, that dope turned her into a prostitute, turned her into a liar, turned her into a thief, turned her into all these bad things. And that's what that song's about. And since that song was written 2 years ago, it's dope and drugs in general and people losing their lives has become more apparent. And it's cool when people talk to us about that song and like, and it's like, that song means a lot to me. I have this person that did dope, and then the next person, this song is cool. I had this person. It's like everyone you talk to, it's affecting everybody. So that's why I think it's a big deal, because it's just like pulling everyone under.
And I wish you the best of luck with your band. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
You wave the flag.
Thanks for coming all the way to fucking Canada. That's the shit, man.
It's a pleasure. Hope you come to Canada soon.
We gotta get our records cleared first, and then we'll go.
Good
We
luck
gotta go
with
to
that.
the Canadian consulate in Washington. We gotta write them or call them or something and try and work on some sort of resolution.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. Otherwise, we'll try to catch you guys in upstate New York or something on the East Coast.
That would be awesome.
Before then. So
Hell yeah.
Thanks again for your time.
Thank you,
bro.
man. I really appreciate it.
Much
Thanks for your
appreciated,
time.
eh?